Hey everybody, how you doing? Get this going here. All right, looks like we are live. Sweet. Okay. All right, just gonna share this on my Facebook. See how this sounds. Okay. All right, hello everybody, welcome, welcome. Sorry, just doing a couple more things. Go page. Okay. All right, we should be good. All right. So how's that sound? Do you guys hear that okay? Sound good? All right. Let me know. So this this image, this design, this head I just ran across on ArtStation today. It's by an artist named Mumu, like M-U-M-U. And here's the link. Let me grab it. There you go. If you want to check out the artwork. Really, really good stuff. Okay. So let's just get started sculpting this guy. I thought he was a really fun design, really fun shapes. I love how pronounced the cheekbones are and the crooked nose and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Dan. Are you time now? Are you asking what time it is? I'm in Utah and it's noon, which is 12 p.m. I guess. Hello from Holland. Wow. Hello. And Happy New Year to all of you as well. Okay, so let's start how I usually start, with the cranium. And he's got a really squished cranium. And then I'm going to lop off the sides. Whoops. Need to have symmetry turned on though. Oh, in Pakistan? Exactly opposite, huh? Well, thanks for joining me. Okay. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Neil? How's it going? Did you catch that link that I just posted to the art, by the way? And I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, awesome, Neil. Thanks. Okay. And I have construction going on in my house right now, so there's a possibility of hearing nail guns and air compressors. So they're building out some bookshelves. Hello, hello, and welcome. I have to kind of imagine what his face looks like underneath this beard here. Okay. So he's super gaunt. Oh, are you in Salt Lake as well? Very cool. I'm going to pull this jaw area out so I can kind of bring it up on the sides here. What was the reason? Just the main reason is so I can keep my meshes low. Dynamesh tends to create very high resolution meshes. I mean, you can do low resolution meshes with it, but just the way it combines is a little different. And I just prefer the just kind of, and it Dynamesh rebuilds the mesh, whereas Remesh by Union kind of keeps it together. That's the main reason. Come on, grab it. There we go. You're in the Valley of the Suck. What, on your goat, Neil? Let's see. I'm gonna pull his face out and forward. Kind of scoop the chin out. Okay, let's see. Let's get that nose in there. Come on. This nose is crazy. I love it. Can you guys hear that air compressor? Probably can't. It's not as loud as I thought it would be. No? Good. Which is funny because it's right above me. Oh, cool. Turn off spotlight projection. Neil, I've downloaded that video. I just need to upload it. Hello from France. Hello. Kind of bring that back. You have a really good mic. Thank you. Can you hear me okay with that? How's my Christmas? It was great. It was great. Spent time with my family. And it's snowing here. So there's some kids sleigh riding just out over here. Okay. I think that's feeling pretty good. I do want his cranium to kind of peak back here and then cut down quicker. Something like that. Hey Chris, hello from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. What time is it in Puerto Rico right now? Oh my goodness. Sorry. I wish I could take that call right now, but I can't. Let's let it go to voice. Okay. Let's get the neck in there. Yeah, for sure. I talk to Chris all the time, by the way. Yeah, she's fantastic. Okay. Chris is one of my students for the 3D character workshop, and she's really, really good at giving other students feedback, and really good feedback. That's what Neil's talking about there. Okay. Got the thickest neck ever. Hey, what's up, Harry? 3 p.m. Okay. Not too bad. clip this off like so. I'm gonna pull these shoulders out more. David from Belgium. I actually know some people from Belgium. I love how many people can watch from all over the world. That just blows my mind still to this day. How crazy is that? Okay, let's see. Portugal. Ah. And from Brazil. From Belgium. Jeez. Awesome, Neil. Yeah. I actually have all of the Lucky shared the concepts with me. So possibly I want to get them put up so they're available. Friends from South Africa, hello. And you are welcome. Okay. Gonna be fine-tuned a bit. Auto group these. And let's get the eyes in there. These eyes are going to be tricky. They have very heavy lower eyelids, which is one of the things that kind of made me want to model this guy. Because I don't often get the chance to do lower eyelids. Usually when you do females, they're very, very, very subtle or not there at all. I'm going to split these off. Hey Sheswata, how you doing, man? Thank you very much. Happy New Year's to you. I like to say Happy New Decade because it's like the end of a decade, and we have a whole new decade coming, right? What's gonna happen in the next 10 years? Get these a little closer together. Okay. Dystopian future. Yep. Like we'll have to see. Whoops. I mean to draw another sphere on there. Like Blade Runner. Isn't Blade Runner supposed to be happening right now? The year 2019, 2020. We'll see, Grim Reaper. Appropriate name for that kind of a comment. Okay. Yes, Neil. I actually have it. Actually have the outline for 2.0 done. I need to share that with you, Neil. I'll show it to you, but it's coming along. Yeah, 2019. Where are flying cars? I actually saw a prototype of a bike that changes into like a hover bike yesterday. That was pretty cool. But yeah, hover cars. Yeah, we'll see, huh, Nipper? Okay. What's going to be really telling is after I get his mouth put in and his beard put in, like his mustache and beard, because that's kind of what makes him up. Duplicate these eyes and make some lids. Let's see. Sometimes I like to just clip off the spheres that make up the eyes. And then roll them back like this. You can just scale them up a bit. Now he looks kind of bored or sad. Shingo, hello? Thank you, Tim Steer. How you doing, man? Happy new decade to you too. All right. I want more density, so I can do that one of two ways. I can either just subdivide it once and then get rid of the lower subdivision levels, which that's what I'm going to do, or I could ZRemesh it. Either way. Yes, Neil, that is the #1 thing I'm looking forward to in 2020, actually. Yes. Actually, no. I think clipping will work with subdivision levels. I think. Hey, Mohammed, how you doing? I'd have to try it. I can't recall. Okay, let's see. Just kind of go back. Just kind of looking at these. The brows are super heavy. Maybe I'll pull them out. Maybe inflate them. You know, I didn't know what I was going to model today until like 1 minute before I went live. I actually asked permission of from Mumu, the artist. And she said, yes, please. Okay, thank you. So that was close. Let's see. Don't want to inflate the nose, just the brows here. Okay, now let's build the lower eyelashes, not eyelashes, eyelids. Duplicate them again. So let's try it. Let's do the experiment. I'm going to add some subdivision levels, 1, 2, and then clip it off. Yeah, it still works with subdivision levels. I don't want subdivision levels on here, but it works. Okay. So I love these lower eyelids because they come clear out into his cheek area. Been busy's good. Busy is good. Yeah, I've been busy. So I'm gonna re-record the entire 3D character workshop because I've learned a lot from where like the students struggle, and just kind of what they, you know, kind of where they hit the walls and things like that, and what kind of information. Also, right now as the course stands, it's very linear, and I show you how to kind of create one character, which is, if you guys know, have you seen the Kate character from No One Lives Forever? That white and orange girl from that Monolith game. Anyway, basically I teach you how to make her, like follow along with her, right? And the new way I want to do it is, I want to have everything in compartments, so then I can add more lessons and make it be not as linear. Is that what I said? No One Lives Forever? What did I say? I can't remember. Anyway, that way I can put more lessons and more examples in there and showing different characters instead of just one character, and talk about different things, because there are so many so many different kinds of characters and so many different needs that it's not kind of a one-size-fits-all type deal. So I want to put in a bunch of examples and then model a bunch of characters at the end and then follow along and refer back to the lessons. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm going to drip it out. So I'm just going to be, just like I did with the anatomy stuff, the anatomy stuff is now going to be part of it. And the anatomy stuff is in the early, I'm changing the, instead of modules, they're going to be called milestones. So it's in the first milestone. Okay, I need to really pull some more of this geometry out. I'm just kind of fighting with it. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm almost done with the outline. Awesome, Dan. That'd be great. Okay. This one's pretty complex. So with the whole, now his eyes are way too big. As far as, I think I'm going to shrink this whole thing down. And I'm just going to mask this off. That way I can just scale this down. It's, you know, I've tried sculpting in VR, and that's pretty close, which is fun. Let's see. Kind of comparing the size there. How deep into the head it should be. I really need to adjust those eyelids now. Those these eyes look so weird. The Valley of the Suck for sure right now. And then I want to bring these lower eyelids back out again. And then push this in. Okay. Really want to pull these up and then back down. So you can kind of see how they wrap up all the way around. No, it kind of looks like it, but I'm sure it's influenced by the designs. I'm not sure where she got it from. I think it's a she. Anyway, based on her ArtStation avatar picture. Okay, so I'm just going to combine this because there's so much that I want to do to it that I can't do to it when it's in this state. So, and I'm probably going to Sculptress Pro it. Let's combine these eyelashes with the head to merge down a couple times. Okay. And duplicate it. I'm going to save it just for fun here. Now we can combine this using the gizmo. And you want to center it. We just had that this discussion on our Discord channel where somebody was having problems with this not working. So no, I was just, because I've been working on the house and stuff, and I don't want to get paint on my hat, so I've just been wearing this other one. And I've managed not to get paint on this one. I do like this hat, so I hope I don't get paint on it. But I'm doing some house construction right now. Okay, so let's see. I think I want to, let's see. Let's just try to combine it here. See what happens. Remesh by union. Not bad, I suppose. Okay, and then thanks, Neil. Then we can do a mirror and weld. Mirror it up. And then I'm going to go right into Sculptris Pro instead of Z-remeshing this and try and tessimate it, which is fun. So if you go into Geometry, Tessimate, it's too low. Try that. Oh, that's too high. Got to find a nice in between. So let's see. Yeah, maybe something, maybe a little lower than that. Sorry, higher than that. There we go. This is good. All right. Gotta make sure dynamic subdivision isn't turned on because it doesn't work well with it. Turn on Sculptris Pro. And then let's see here. I want to turn off adaptive size on my Sculptris Pro brush and just set it to somewhere around that 0.2. So this mirrors this right here. See how it's set to 0.21? If you go to stroke and you turn that off and you set this similar 0.2, when you maybe I need to go a little lower. When you use your Sculptris Pro, then the triangles will be the same size. It should have tessimated with symmetry. It's all symmetrical. See, symmetry is turned on right here. So it should be. I'm just going to smooth this out. Okay, I think I want to go a little bit higher. Yeah, it should work. Maybe 0.15. There we go. 0.15. Let's look at the stroke one more time. 0.15. Okay. That's kind of a sweet spot where you don't want to be too high, too low. This is about the density that I like to work with in Sculptris Pro. Any higher than that, it starts to bog down my machine. And then any lower than that, and I can't get the edges and things that I want. So that's about, just visually, that's about the density that I like to work at. Okay, now I can just kind of work. Yeah, dude, Neil, it gets me every time. Every time without. It's crazy. It's just one of those human error type deals, you know? Okay, let me I want to pinch or pull this nose shape out a little bit more and bring this up and in. Now usually with this pinch brush, I like to turn Sculptress Pro off, but sometimes it'll work with it when it's on. And the reason why is because it's a pinch brush, so it's pulling the geometry together. And if you have Sculptress Pro turned on, this kind of looks like Liam Neeson. if you turn Sculptress Pro on, it's basically doing two things at once, and it's fighting against itself. So it's trying to pinch and create new geometry. So that's it, you won't get as good of a pinch, I guess. So if I turn it off, then I use the pinch brush, you get a much cleaner line than you would if you had Sculptress Pro left on. So I'm just going to make these, the eyelids have some thickness here. Yeah, again with the handsome Squidward, huh? It's because that chin, right? I'm thinking this nose is way too far out. I don't know, it's just something about it's reminding me of Liam Neeson for some reason. That nose, I'm sure it's that nose. Should turn him into Qui-Gon Jinn or whatever. Isn't that? Okay. Getting this eyebrow to wrap clear up around, and I want it to just close right on up over that eyeball. And then his cheeks are so pointy. And I need to get his ears in there. Yeah, I still have the eyes too big. They need to be even smaller. And then a straighter upper eyelid. Okay. Maybe pinch this together. Pull this out and pinch it back in again. Give him some more nostrils. I love really fun, like when concept artists really push all of the facial anatomy in different ways. It just makes it a lot of fun to sculpt. Hey, what's up, Lucky? Did you have to do multiple shapes for his nose before merging him? No, I just kind of had one shape and I just fiddled with it. Okay. Now I'm just going to push his mouth in. Okay. That doesn't really leave space underneath his nose though, so I'm going to pull that down a little bit more. Okay. And I'll just kind of drag it in. This is just how I decided to work this time. I'll make it low resolution eventually. But the reason I like it is because I can add as much geometry as I want, as I need to. Paul Sr. from Orange County Choppers. I don't know if I can see that. He'll change a whole lot once I get his mustache and beard in there. I'm going to pull that in even more. YouTube chats, I can't see YouTube chat. It looks like it disconnected. Let me restart chat and see if I can get it to go. 1 second here. Uh-oh. Hold on. Looks like it crashed. It's coming back. Three out of 4. Yeah, it looks like YouTube is down on my chat thing. So let's see. I'm just trying to find it here. I'm just going to go over there and just watch chat live. Okay, I can see chat there now. Greetings from Turkey. Oh, Comics Legend, do you always create mouth bags for your characters? I tend to, yes. Because it helps with the lips and the depth and all of that. So I tend to. Okay, looks like it got turned off here. Armenia, hello. I don't think they are affiliates or partners. They just stream. So this is Pixologic's channel. This is not my channel. And I don't think they're partners. Because you're right. Then they couldn't multi-stream. Okay. Hey, what's up, Peter? Is there a keyboard shortcut to solo? I usually just push the button. I usually don't. Well, I never use a hotkey for it, but I'm sure there is. Or you could set one up for it. Oops, I didn't mean to go to perspective here. Although I should probably turn it on. Sexy purple check mark. No, I think it's with Restream Chat. Restream Chat went down on using the YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. But the Restream bot is still working over on YouTube, which is crazy to me. So it's like a one-way street. It's delivering the chat to YouTube, but it's not sending it back to Restream, which is odd. Okay, I think his lip's a lot thicker than that. Okay. Let's get some hair and block his beard in. I think that's going to make the biggest difference here. It's like when your dad shaves his mustache and beard, just like who are you? I remember when I was a kid, when I was a really young kid, it made me cry. My dad comes in, he's all shaven. I'm like, who are you? There's a stranger in my house. But first, I should get ears in there. Save this. Cheshire Cat, I typically make them from scratch because hands are just, they're as big of a, or they're just as big of a part of the character as anything else. So like as far as the styling of them goes, so I typically tend to just build them out every time. I just found ZBrush 4R6 for 200. That sounds fishy. I'll just tell you. It will work for 4R6, but all ZBrush upgrades are free. So if that's a legit version, you should be able to upgrade it for free to 2020. But it kind of seems like kind of seems a little sketchy, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'd probably do like the subscription if you're gonna get it. Let's see. Yeah, it should work, Lucky. We'll see. So I like to experiment and try stuff, and I want to see if it's going to work. And I actually kind of got this idea from I watch people use Blender and do the Boolean this way, Boolean objects together. They're basically using Dino Topo, which is Sculptus Pro. So it should work the same. I don't see why it wouldn't. Hey much Tato, how's it going? Happy New Year, happy new decade, all those things. Okay, so moment of truth here. See if we can get it to work. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on just so we can see it. Remesh by union. Yep. And then accept, turn symmetry back on. We should be good to go. See, the ear is now stitched. That's the reason I yeah, worked good. And since it remesh by union is just, it stitches with triangles, it works pretty well. Yeah. So now I was able to combine it without having to destroy my mesh. Like all the stuff I've already done. Yeah, it just needs his beard and mustache and stuff, so we'll get there. New Year's resolutions. I really want to get my 3D Character Workshop 2.0 rock and rolling. It's like done. I have the outline done. Well, not done. I have the rough draft of it done. But yeah, New Year's resolutions. And I'd like to just get the new community up and running. Really nice. Can't wait for that. But that's all going to happen fairly soon. It does kind of look like Sea of Thieves concept art, doesn't it? Okay, let's get some hair on there now. Hair. I love the Sea of Thieves artwork, so yeah, it's good. All right. David, when is it changing? As soon as, so it's a really heavy work in progress right now. The design is going to be going into it in the next two to 3 weeks, and then hopefully we'll be able to get some beta testers in there and try it out. It looks a lot like Google Plus, but better. So I'm super stoked about it. Okay, let's block in this mustache for crying out loud. Done. Looks like tusks. Go for you. Thank you. Sorry. What I'm talking about is I run a workshop. It's called the 3D Character Workshop. And a lot of my students are here watching me. And if you're not a student yet and you're interested in joining us, you can check it out at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. So there's my little plug. But I'm working on a new community for it because the current one is not very good. I'm going to use a snake hook brush, but I'm going to turn Sculptus Pro off for a moment. Thanks, Neil. Google Plus has been destroyed for quite a while, and the community was over there, and we had it for a while, and it was great. But yeah, they destroyed it. Google shut it off because it wasn't performing like they wanted it to, I guess. Not enough people were using it. So now I'm using a Discourse server. Discourse is an open source forum that it allows you to program a lot of things into it. And I found a really good programmer. And he's not cheap, but it's good. We have a Discord server. Discord is more like a chat, whereas Discourse is more like a forum. So the problem with Discord is it comes and goes really fast. It's like a chat, so it goes quickly. When people need feedback on their models, it's not there long enough for to get solid feedback on it. So with a forum, it sticks and there's threads, so people can hopefully get the feedback they need. So the answer is both. We're gonna have both, because chat, like speed getting feedback quickly, like if you're stuck with the program, is really nice. So that's kind of what Discord is for. Discourse in a forum, it just sticks around longer. It has threads and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Jonathan Payne? How's it going? Happy holidays to you, sir. Can you please talk about why you use Sculptris Pro versus ZBrush? Is it helpful to switch? So, Jonathan, I usually use this platform, this streaming platform, like when I'm streaming, to do some experimentation and stuff like that. What Sculptris Pro gets you is kind of unlimited topology, because it's dynamic topology, so it continues to add the topology as you go. That's one of the reasons why I like it. Yeah, Google Hangouts exists, Tim, but not Google Plus. Anyway, sorry for that interruption. So basically the negative of Sculptris Pro is that you can get very lumpy very quickly. So you really have to be disciplined as far as like trying to keep your surfaces clean. It's really easy to add a bunch of So, oh, sorry, the Discord server is for 3D Character Workshop students. So if you're in the course, it's in the current community on the right-hand side. You can find a link to it. But if you're not in the course, it's available for students. So join us. Anyway, Jonathan, does that answer your question? Sorry, I was kind of all over the place. I just really like it because with ZRemesher, it's kind of too light of geometry. So when I start to get into the details, like if I want to put eyelids in there or something I forgot to put in there, it's really easy to cut it in. It's really easy to use masking and rebuild the surface. So so you're not fighting the surface back and forth. You could just get access to more geometry or less geometry. So I think you'd really like it, especially with those like human anatomy conglobulations that you make, with all the fingers and stuff like that. I think you would love it. Because you could just like make a single finger and put them in different subtools and use Sculptris Pro to detail them out, but then have kind of keep them separate, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, I think you'd dig it. Okay. His brows are too heavy on the sides. I'm going to pull them in. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan, for sure. So as you can see, the kind of detail level that I have here, this is about the level that I like to work in as far as just the surface density. And I also like to turn off, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but under Stroke, Sculptris Pro, if you turn off adaptive size, and you can adjust this adaptive size to give you the triangle size that you want as you're working. There's also this thing called Tessimate right here, and this will give you kind of an overall thick or a density. So if you hit that right during the beginning, it's going to kind of give you an overall triangular density to start with. Okay. What were you working on Infinity? Okay. While you're working on Infinity plus other past projects, how much personal work were you able to get done alongside them? Not as much as I would have liked to, for sure. But it was, you know, that was one of the only jobs that I've ever worked at where I was getting my art bucket filled at on the job, so I didn't really find the need to do as many personal projects on the side. I was still doing them, but just not as many. And that was really nice, if that makes sense. Not when you're, triangles aren't bad when you're doing Sculptus Pro, no. They're bad when you're doing like retopology towards the end. And they're bad if you're going to do subdivision levels, because subdivision does not work with Sculptus Pro very well for triangles, because it's subdividing, it's taking polygons and subdividing them into 4. Like it's splitting them into 4. And if you have triangles, that's just not going to work. So you can't have subdivision levels with it. The disc has a paper fill to the top side of the ZBrush disc. It's a fake. Oh yeah, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure it's like a boot. Yeah, it's probably yeah, I wouldn't get it. Just gonna say that. Yeah, the art bucket. Everybody has their art bucket that they need filled, right? Their personal art bucket. So if it's not getting filled at work, you come home and fill it. And that's super unique to us artists, right? I talk about it all the time. Like, you know, if you're like a plumber or something like that, you have hobbies, like fishing or hunting or whatever. But as an artist, your hobby is typically just art. You're making more art, and it's really unique to being an artist. Even if you're a musician or something like that, you tend to come home and, you know, from the studio and still create music. And same with sculpting. You come home from, you know, even if you're sculpting at work, you come home from work and you're still sculpting. So, yeah, it's just the need, the need that you have. Okay, let's get his beard in here. That's just a different workflow. Camcorder. It's just, yeah, it's just dynamic topology is what it's called. And the reason it's called dynamic is because it grows as you do stuff to it. See, for example, I have this here. Let me split it off. Okay, I have this new piece that I just added. And if I grab the snake hook brush and I just start pulling it around like this, the geometry is just going to stretch. Right, like my plumb bucket. My plumb bucket's not full. Yeah, plumbers don't really come home and, you know, work on their personal projects of plumbing. At least not that I know of. Because they don't get enough at work, you know what I mean? Or framers or something like that. Garbage man. Not saying that there aren't skilled trade workers out there, you know, in some of those fields, but you kind of just do it on the job. You don't come home and practice it, really. Plum bucket. Okay, so now that I have this kind of where I want it to be, it's not quite up high enough. Now, lower geometry, like lower resolution like this looks like a tire. Lower resolution like this is much easier to manipulate because there's fewer polygons. It's less dense. Garbage man. I guess they kind of do, but they don't practice. I'm going to practice taking out the garbage. Okay, so now that I have this to this point, I can either tessimate it or just hit it with Sculptris Pro. So if I subdivide this once by hitting Control D, hit delete lower, now it's a higher density. Now I can hit tessimate, and it's going to kind of give me that density to start with. And then I can come in with smooth and smooth it out. And now I have that to work with. Now that it's that higher resolution, it's harder to move around. Like if I want to continue to move this, it's just going to create warbles really easy. Reminds me of Rudolph Claymation. yeah. I want to be a dentist. Okay, I'm going to try something with a mask here. With this beard. I got that Misfit song stuck in my head. So I'm looking at this little kind of chunk right there in this beard, and I can get it by masking this off. Yeah, lucky. I keep forgetting to look over at YouTube chat. Sorry, YouTubers. If you want to chat, you're welcome to join us on Facebook or Twitch. Or hopefully I'll remember and look over there. Excuse me. Like in this case, would you go to remesh at one point and then retopo, or would you retopo the mesh like you have now? Sometimes I'll do both, actually. If I can get as far as I need to with just Sculptris Pro and not having to remesh, then I won't. So remesh is just giving you a different mesh, a different style of mesh to sculpt on top of. But in the end, you're going to want a retopologized mesh anyway. So if that's your end goal, there's no reason to do a Z remesher or anything like that if you're just going to retopologize it. And so basically, if you can get what you need out of Sculptris Pro, then that's all you need, right? There we go. Hey, welcome over from YouTube. Also, YouTube has a 20-second delay as well. So there's that. Okay. Now that I have this, I don't have enough geometry here. I can tessimate it again, and it'll rebuild that area. And then I can pinch it. And see, this is one of the workflows that I want to be able to teach in 2.0. In 1.0, I only teach one workflow, but there's always more than one workflow. Okay, let me just do this. I kind of want to do the same thing to that mustache. Oh, hey, it looks like YouTube chat is back. Yay. That's kind of a miracle. Okay, well, it's working again. Okay, I'm going to tessimate this as well. maybe you were it. You were the catalyst. Can't get this mustache to be looking right. So I have a question. Which do you like best, ZBrush or Sculptris Pro? I think you're getting confused, Camcorder. So Sculptress Pro is inside of ZBrush. So Sculptress, the program, the free program, is something else. That's a free program it's okay. It's fun to sculpt in. I actually have a video teaching you how to use Sculptress, but Sculptress Pro is dynamic topology inside of ZBrush. So, and you get to it by clicking this right here. And you have to be on a brush that supports Sculptress Pro in order to turn it on. If I'm on a move brush like this, you can see that Sculptress is grayed out. So you have to be on, I'm holding down Shift, which is smooth, and now I can turn Sculptress Pro on, and it gives me like the subdivision levels and that kind of stuff right here. And this is in my custom user interface. So if you want this interface and you want these brushes, I give them away for free over on my website at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can check it out over there. So, okay. Let's get this mustache kind of cut in. Thanks, Neil. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of, not very many people use it, but it's fun to play with for sure. It's a viable workflow. I'm not liking that. How long would you say your bust course takes to finish? It depends on your skill level, honestly. I don't know where my pencil holder just flew off to. I bumped it and it just flew off. Okay, I'm gonna try. I want to try and Boolean this cut out of here. So I'm gonna grab just a cube, just this cube. Is there a brush that takes away the mesh like in a high-res model, or to smooth do? I'm gonna actually show you a really cool thing that you can do right now. So you can see this cube, and I'm gonna turn it like this, and then, oh, let's turn on local symmetry so I can scale it down like this. I'm going to use this piece to cut this notch out. Okay. But it needs to be in its own subtool, so let's split it off. Split unmasked points. Okay, now it's in its own subtool, so here we have our mustache and we have our piece. Now the piece that you want to subtract, you have to turn on, you have to click on this icon right here, which is subtract, and then you have to turn on live Boolean right there, and then it'll cut it out. So let me hide this head and show the mustache. There we go. Yep, live Boolean. Yeah, it is. That's a good idea, Neil, because it is pretty advanced. Hard because it was so counter to working general to specific, but yeah, for sure. It's actually pretty dangerous for I say dangerous in quotes for new sculptors, because it's prone to cause or it's really easy to add warbles, and it's really easy to get lost in detail, when detail you should be waiting to get there for a long time. Is there a free to use non-commercial version of this software? I believe there's a trial that you can do. If you go to pixologic.com, you can check it out. I think the trial is for ZBrush 2019, which is just one iteration behind this one. I'm not sure if they've updated the trial to 2020 yet. Okay, so let's see. Now that I have this, love that I have his eyeball showing. Let me hide the eyes. And what I can do actually is put this in a folder. So Control F. I'm just going to call it mustache. Okay, and then I can cut the Boolean piece in here. That way I can click on this gear, do Boolean folder. Yeah, it should. So it makes this new piece right here, this new mustache piece. And then I can just get rid of this. Yep, you can pay monthly. They have a subscription. I'll show you. Oh, thanks, Neil. Neil's on it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's right here. So this is the month to month, and then every 6 months, and then a lifetime. So I love the lifetime if you can manage it, because updates are free with this. They've been free since day one. I think they're still going to keep them free, but okay. So now these are Boolean together, and you can see it kind of streaks it in the middle of where this Booleaned out. So what you can do is tessimate it. Whoa. Gotta go back down to, what was it, 1 point, something like that. Do 1. There we go. And now you can edit it with your smooth brush and whatnot. Now you have your notches, and you can come in here and edit what you've done. But it does give you a really nice, clean chop. Oh yeah, they do occasionally do sales. They just barely did one. Good point. Okay, and this mustache kind of has this interesting peak just where the shadows are falling. So I want to try and put an edge on there and see if it looks good, if I do that or not. It's like I lost symmetry. I can also kind of smooth this out. Hey, what's up, Attentive Slug? How you doing, man? Another edge right there. There we go. Show his eyeballs. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. There's my holder. It went clear under my desk. Oh, it drives me crazy not having a holder. There we go. All right, back in action. Let's do the eyebrows on here. We'll get his teeth in there. That'll make a big difference. So is this an original work for demonstration or for a game or something for your company? Nope, Matt. So I just use this platform, the Twitch stream. I just personal. I'll just find a concept and just kind of mess with it. So that's what I'm doing now. It's not for anything in particular, just for fun. Usually I like to find, I like to do just a head because I can typically do it in one 2-hour session if I'm lucky. So, and we got about 45 minutes left. And since this guy has no hair like me, I should be able to get it done. Okay. This is interesting eyebrows for sure. I think I'm going to try and build the notch into it as I'm making it here. That make okay. It's kind of a tricky build. This is the topology brush right here. Topology. So I'm just drawing topology on the surface. The other day, it's best to get a very good blockout made first, as it will be about 90% most of the time. Yep. Blockouts are king. Okay, so whoops. Draw size 1, and then I just split this off to unmask points. And you can kind of see it floating underneath there. It's not the best geometry, but that's okay. It'll get us there. Because I'm going to switch it over to Sculptus Pro anyway, really soon. Is there a way to remove one of the lines when you draw this? Yeah. So essentially, all you have to do is hold down Alt and draw over the top of the line, and it will go away. Hey, what's up, Angry? How you doing, man? Can you use the topology brush to make curves for the IMM brushes? I don't know the answer to that. It's a good question. I think you can, but I don't do it often. I don't know that I've done it actually. Okay. That'd be a cool thing to do if you could. I usually just draw my curves on, because it is a curve brush, so you'd think so. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna extrude this out. Hey, what's up, Marty? How you doing, man? Okay, let's see. Let's go extrude, polygroup all, and boom. Pull those out. Oh, you do? Okay. So you can draw the line out and then grab a hairbrush and then click on that line and it will populate across the surface? Is that what it'll do? I've not tried that. That's cool. So let's apply this dynamic topology. Delete lower. And then tessellate it. Should be good to go. That's cool, Angry. I'll have to try that. That's awesome. All right. I want to grab the snake hook brush and pull it now that it's tessellated. I have a little bit more geometry to work with. I'm going to pull these brows down. Yeah, I bet. I can see that. That's cool. Yes, yeah, ZBrush has so many hidden things too. So many things. You'll find out something new each way, and there's not a single right way to do anything. The goal is to just get there. Glad you switched. Nice, Renzo. How's it going, man? This wider and kind of come off of his head a little bit up there. Maybe round it out. Okay. Get some teeth in there, and then I think the color is going to add a lot. Salty, it's a preference on what you need. It's not better or worse, it's different. So when you're just doing simple things like eyebrows or whatever, I mean, mask extract is for more detailed stuff usually, and I like to do topology brush when I'm doing just simple stuff. So either way, it's up to you, whatever you need it to do. Like I said, they're both viable. Do you plan on continuing to provide these live tutorials through 2020? Yeah, John, I plan on keep going. This is I think I've done over, I don't know what number of episode this is, but I've done more than 100. Honestly, Salty, now that I think about it, the mask extract method might even work better when you're using Sculptress Pro. So, because the reason why I'm not a fan of mask extract is when I need to Z-remesh it at a lower polygon count. So the mask extract would probably work better for eyebrows like this, especially when it has a notch out of it like that. 106. All right, cool. 106. Crazy. Okay. Let's see. Let's make some teeth for this guy and then we'll color him up. So done. He reminds me of Jafar from Aladdin when he's that old guy and saying, "Fetch me the lamp," you know, when he's got those ragged teeth. I'll get to start creating soon, just waiting on hardware. Awesome. That's always fun. Okay. I'm going to separate these out actually. Okay. Move these closer together. Oh, come on. There we go. And make some more. Okay. That's probably good. Okay. Happy with those. Yeah, the little yellow dot. Well, I just hate it when it's hovering right underneath where I need to grab, because then it flips the gizmo over there. And then I'll try and grab the other side. It's like that, you know, click, clack, back and forth. Like, come on. Okay, I want the top of his head to be a little more square from the front. Something like that, but pinched. I like this peak in the back. And I might run, let's see, just a little shorter skull. That helps with the that slope of his forehead. Okay, and then I want to kind of work on these peaks and things here. Really add an edge right there. Angry Santa. You kind of can, Cheshire Cat. Because you can make your own gizmo, so it's not, you can't hit like plus and minus or something like that to make it larger or smaller, but you can kind of make your own custom one. I've tried it before in the past, and it's kind of fun to do, but I find the default one it works just fine. Okay, raise the tear duct. It's interesting how high the tear duct is on this guy. See, it's so easy to make warbles. And these little pinches and things. Let's see if we can get rid of them. There's not a setting for gizmo size. You have to build your own gizmo is what I meant. Mole with hair, maybe. Oops, I messed with his eye shape and I broke it. Okay. Eyebrows, you just feel okay. Let's do some colors and then we'll react to that and then get it, see where he's at. Now he looks like he's a pirate or something, been on a boat, or, and I have his eyes too close together too. Need to be a tad smaller, a little farther apart. Okay, but anyway, we'll add some color first. Here we go. Let's go. Yeah, something like that. Hey, what's up, Warren? Hey, talk. What's the difference between the Gizmo remesh deformer and the normal one? Nothing much, really. It's just a different way of doing it, but it actually uses the same settings that you have over in the tool menu. So it's just another way of getting to it. Okay. Let's go put some red in here. And since his beard and hair isn't filled with a color, it's going to change to whatever color I have. dark blue. See if I rotate, you can see what color I have selected. I'm gonna put some blue in his neck a little bit. Some yellow up top. Might be too harsh. Okay, and then I want to make his eyelids, lower eyelids, like a purple. Maybe I'll grab this color out of here. Yeah, he does. Sea of Thieves. Okay, let's move. It's crazy how much color changes him, isn't it? Go darker. Whoops. I didn't mean to pull it. Oh, that's okay. We can turn it off. But thanks for telling me. I need to move these eyes out. Okay, I'm gonna make him kind of a, maybe a blondish, something like this. Yeah, maybe something like that to start with. Oh yeah, you're right, Cheshire. I need to pull those up. And I really need to adjust those eyes. And yeah, there's some things I gotta fix. And his forehead's still a little high. Okay, let's add some shadow to those teeth. And some highlights to the hair. I'm gonna combine all the hair bits together. Okay, just so I can work on all three at the same time. There we go. Now I can add some gradients and stuff to them. Okay, let's grab this color and take it lighter. A little more saturated. Can they be temporary combined? Yeah, I mean, it's they're either combined or they're not. I can pull them back apart right now if I wanted to. Let's see. I'm just doing some fake ambient occlusion right now. Okay, now let's see. Just want to try something to see. I just would like to have a little bit more detail in the hair here. Comics, I might. I'm debating. Because I'm tired of making eyes over and over again. I'm just adding a few little hairs just to kind of make them catch light. Okay. Let's get, turn off live Boolean. It's gonna go really dark brown with these eyes. Something like that. I love putting in eyes and making them like cross-eyed and wall-eyed and all sorts of stuff. See, he's got, I really need to make his, he's got a different personality. This one he's all like mean and going, ah, and this one he's like, ugh. Yeah, Neil, that works. Now that I have this dark, I'm gonna go darker and fill in the mouth. I don't know why I'm using my mouse. Thanks, Doug. Okay. Let me mess with these eyebrows to hopefully add that. Whoops. Turn RGB off. There we go. All right. Most expression comes from the eyebrows. Okay, I'm gonna make his eyes smaller. Kind of drag them out. Looks kind of like a guy from Tangled or something like that. Okay, let's see. This is where it gets tricky. Whoops. Need to turn on my pizza boxes so the eyes come with it. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm concentrating for a second. Okay. Now I need to adjust the eyebrows to match. All right. Just about gonna be wrapped up here. I'm gonna try and adjust those eyes. There we go. Thanks, Scott Salty. All right. I'm gonna pull his nose up a little bit. Isn't it crazy how just little tiny tweaks can make all the difference in the world? Just moving the eyes around. That's one thing, is don't be afraid to make big changes. You're not married to anything, you know, just like just change it. If it needs to be changed, change it. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate it. How long have I been using ZBrush? Probably 7 years now. Yeah, it is. And I haven't raised the price yet, so you can still get it at regular price. Oh, look, yeah, you're right. Thanks, Wacko. Wait, is it you that said that? Oh, Ibram. Yep. A little sharper. Maybe lower than that. Something like that. Thanks, Doug. I need to write that down. And a little bump. I want it to be further back. Okay. Feeling all right. Thanks, Wacko. Oh. Okay, I'm going to yeah, you know what? You know what I think would help is pulling the eyebrow off of his head. Actually, like the end of it. So it's kind of sticking out. And then reducing this little curve right here. Yeah, the most subtle of changes can change his whole expression. It's pretty crazy. Maybe even more than that. Yep, needs an eye patch and a parrot. Talks, I've been changing them up actually, the Q&A sessions. They're not always at the same time now. I've been trying to put some in the mornings, some in the evenings, and then I'm gonna also put up a poll so I can do the live sessions, Q&A sessions when more people need it. You know, so I can catch more people, essentially. So I'm not going the same time every week. Plus the eyebrows are asymmetrical too. It feels thicker. But if I were to sit and polish this guy, most of it would be in the eyebrows. He's got super unique eyebrows, and his expression is very unique in one way. I think there might be two. Yeah, I do have all the past Q&A sessions. So I need to actually just smooth this out a little bit right here. Yesina, how you doing? Okay. Thanks, Travels. How's it going? Clean these up. Thank you so much. All right. Take this around a little bit more just to shape the nose right there. Hello from Argentina. How's it going? Thanks for joining me today. Not that tight. Ta-da. This guy's a lot of fun. I'm gonna make his, I want to color his ear, internal ear, a little darker. Maybe underneath his nose too. Yeah, thanks. His nose is actually asymmetrical. I want to pull his lips down. And I want to add some edge work to his beard just a little bit out here. You're welcome, Alejandro. Yeah, I kind of wish I could put this plane on the bottom of the mustache if I had time. I don't have time. Yeah, something like that. Doesn't look like he has any top teeth or anything like that. No, you'll want to break it. You want to break the symmetry, but you wait until the very, very end. See how, yeah, his mustache is asymmetry. There's a whole bunch of asymmetry in here. But basically what you do is you just keep symmetry as long as you can, and then I'll usually save it before I break it. Like that, and you can turn symmetry off and just start going to town with it if you want to. It depends on if it's going to be used for a game character or if it's just an illustration, or you know, what exactly are you going to be doing with it. Yeah, usually I actually like this piece, so I'm going to keep it, but usually I'll do the symmetry after the stream, like break the symmetry. All right, Frank, thanks a lot. Take care. Do you use Keyshot or any other rendering engine? I know it is dumb, but have you ever tried Unreal for rendering your model? So yes, I've used Keyshots. I actually have a lesson on rendering in Keyshot in my course. I love it. That's how we did all the, so I worked on Disney Infinity, and that's how we rendered out all the characters, is with Keyshot. And I have not used Unreal. I mean, I've developed games for Unreal Engine, so I have characters in there, but not specifically to render. I render them in Marmoset a lot. Marmoset tool bag. And recently I've been taking them to Blender and rendering them in Cycles and Eevee. Do you offer your models to the reference artists for their use? No. Not usually. So I'm going to tuck this eyebrow. Oops. Okay. I'm going to pull this up a little bit more. Whoops. Did not mean to inflate it. There we go. All right. I'm thinking we're gonna be done. Let me pull his nose out just a bit more on this side because it's funny. All right. Rendering in Blender, yeah, Neil. Scott Briscoe is working on it. He's been putting a lot of time and effort into that, actually, and so that should be, that's something that is happening. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and happy New Year's, happy new decade, whatever you want to call it. If you want these brushes that I use, I offer them for free on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I also teach an online course. I have over 1,000 students in there, and you can be another one of them. So if you'd like to join us, you can also find some more information over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And there's a whole presentation, and it'll tell you all about it. And I'm going to be recording 3D Character Workshop 2.0 this year. That's my New Year's resolution. So it should be all new information. A lot of fun. So anyway, again, take care, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you, I believe, next Monday. So we'll see you next Monday. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. All right. Thank you, Sina. Thanks so much. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.